What's up, everyone? It's your main man here, Secondhand Hunter, and I got something else from you guys. Let's get to it. Alright, so I got a movie review for you guys. Beavis and Butthead, Do America. I'll read the back of this as always, and then I'll give you my thoughts. When their TV is stolen, Beavis and Butthead hit the road in a hilarious film debut that proves that what millions of fans already know. Beavis and Butthead rule. Yeah, that was awesome. So that's it. That's all it says in the back. This movie is awesome. Just straight up amazing. It starts off with Butthead is Godzilla's size. He's knocking over buildings and everything like that. He looks inside this one building and sees this chick with big hooters. And he's just standing there going, hey baby, you wanna do it? And then you see Beavis, and he's just like, blowing fire out of his mouth and everything like that. He's like, whoa, a chick, awesome, And then they're all like fighting over this ant-sized chick, and it's just like, yeah. And then it throws the credits and everything like that. And then Beavis and Butthead wake up. It's like, where's our TV? And it takes them for a while, and they're like looking around and everything. There's like broken glass and the footprints going outside their front door and everything like that. And Beavis is like, let's figure something out. This sucks. So then that jump starts their journey into trying to find their TV, They go to their school. They go to the dude that sounds like Hank Hill. They go to his trailer. They end up watching his TV and end up breaking it after spitting warm cola on it because Beavis wanted cold cola. And then they end up going to this motel where this dude was actually the boss of the dudes that stole Beavis and Butthead's TV. Well, Beavis and Butthead went to that hotel room, and that I got my notes right here. That dude offered Beavis and Butthead $10,000 to do his wife. Sorry. So they thought it was, do his wife. So they accepted, and this boss dude takes them down to the airport, and they fly down to Las Vegas. And in the meantime, the real dudes that stole Beavis and Butthead's TV are sitting by the hotel room, and they're like, where the hell is he, And then he ends up coming back from the airport and finds out that he took the wrong dudes out there, to do his wife. And gets all pissed off and, goes after them, basically, So Beavis and Butthead get to Las Vegas and are like gawking over this like statue, It's just like, oh goodness, classic Beavis and Butthead type of thing, And they end up getting kicked out of the hotel room, the casino, excuse me, and the hotel doesn't realize that they're registered guests there, So they're all apologetic and everything like that. Oh, well, sorry about the miscommunication and everything like that. And the dude's just standing there waiting for a tip. And then Beavis knows it, lets Butthead know, and Butthead looks at the dude and he's like, could you, not stand there? So the dude walks off, and that's when they find this door leading into another room, and that ends up being the boss dude's wife. And it's locked from their side, and the chick hears it and opens the door, and, alright, who are you? FBI, CIA, TAF, or whatever the heck they called it. And then that's when they explain that they were hired to do her. And she gave the counter offer. I'll give you $20,000 to do my husband. And they were thinking, do her husband. So that's where Beavis is like, but it couldn't be that bad. You just pretend that it's a chick, you know. We could buy 2 new TVs, because that's what they're going to do with the $10,000 was buy a new TV, a big screen TV. So with the $20,000, they could buy 2 brand new TVs, big screen TVs. Yeah, okay. And Beavis smacks him around and, shut up, Beavis, you know. And they end up jumping on this tour bus that's heading up to Washington, D.C. after they were like getting ready to do it with the chick, you know. Beavis takes off his pants and she ends up taking his pants and then sewing this doomsday device within his pants. You know, so now they're the most dangerous people in the United States. Beavis and Butthead, the most dangerous people in the United States. Yeah! You know? That's awesome. And then they like stop off at the Yellowstone National Park. The what else? I got my the Yellowstone State Park, the White House last, and then the Hoover Dam as well. They stopped off at the Hoover Dam first, and then one thing that Butthead was like, I got a question, and then the tour guy's like, what's your question? Is this a goddamn? Yeah, just check it off, and it's like, stupid kids, you know? And then that Yellowstone State Park, Old Faithful, they're talking about how much water shoots out of there, and Butthead's like, Beavis was like, oh, that's not that very much at all, really. And Butthead's like, yeah, this is a boring type of thing, blah, 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 blah. And they ended up missing the bus at Yellowstone State Park because they were in the bathroom messing with the automatic flushers for the urinals. So then they end up getting on this nun bus. They go down to this church down in like Mexico, it seems like, and they're in the confession box where the pastor sits and everything like that, you know, and this dude's talking to Butthead about sleeping with his wife, sleeping with this chick outside of marriage, you know. And Butthead's like, whoa, and she was naked? Did you do her? Did she have big thingies? Oh, goodness. That is so wrong. And in Beavis's booth, Beavis is like, I want you to hit yourself. Oh, no, harder. So right as they're heading back to the bus, you know, these clouds rolling, and soon you hear thunder and lightning striking down, and it hits Beavis and Butthead right on their head. It's like, yeah, awesome, you know? So, some point in the movie where they were, I think it was that part right there, the bus wasn't heading up to Washington, D.C., because they had to go up to Washington, D.C. to meet up with that same chick because they were going to do her there. So they originally got on that first bus, and then they missed that bus at Yellowstone, so then they got on the nun bus thinking it was the original bus, and then the like nuns or something weren't going up to Washington, D.C., so they ended up having to hike through the desert. And that's where they met up with their biological fathers, who were actually roadies. I think that was, yeah, Motley Crue roadies. And that's the part of the movie there that I thought was really cool, where Butthead's dad said, hey, you want to see something cool? He pulls down his pants and farts in the fire. Boom! Total nuclear bomb, you know? That was sweet. Let's see, what else do I got? So Beavis and Butthead end up making it to Washington, D.C. They go through that tour and everything like that. They mess around with the president's telephone to the army. And they somehow find out that Beavis and Butthead are at the White House with that doomsday man-made virus that they got sewed into Beavis's pants. And they end up back, or Beavis ends up back at that one dude's trailer that sounds like Hank Hill. And Beavis is in that dude's trailer whacking off, you know? And that was one awesome thing about the whole movie. Entirely through it, that damn kid's whacking off my trailer. Oh, gosh. Awesome. So, Beavis gets kicked out of the trailer, and he's in his undies, and Hank Hill's holding the pants, and they got the FBI, SWAT, CIA, whatever, surrounding the trailer, you know, and they're on a standoff, and Beavis is doing the, I am Cornelio, I need TP for my bunghole, TP for my bunghole, I'm Cornelio, I am the bunghole. So he's doing that thing, and they're on a standoff, and they're going to count to 3, you know, before they fire, you know, firing line. And that's where Hank Hill opens the door, and they tackle Hank Hill and get the pants, and the pants rip, and this doomsday device flies from Beavis's pants, ends up hitting Butthead on his hand, or his head, and then somehow he's just standing like this, and it lands right in his hand. And he looks at the chief of police, or whoever the heck the dude was, and he's like, here we go. And they're national heroes now. They end up going to the president's room, getting recognized as national heroes, and it's Bill Clinton. Yeah! Bill freaking Clinton. How cool is that? That is freaking awesome. So, a couple points I want to touch on before I finish this video, parts that I enjoyed. Cornholio. Cornholio is awesome. The lighting, God striking Beavis and Butthead lighting, that was funny. Oh, another part where that dude actually finds Beavis and Butthead in the desert. The boss dude finds Beavis and Butthead in the desert after their dads take off on their motorcycles and everything like that. So he throws them in the back of his trunk, and there's a jack in the trunk. So as they're heading up to Washington, D.C. to do his wife, you know, Beavis or Butthead's like jacking the jack. He's like, Beavis, check it out. I'm jacking off. Oh, classic Beavis and Butthead. So at that point right there, Beavis is like, or no, Butthead's like, Beavis, jump out of the car. He's like, no way, dude. I'll fall and break something. He's like, no, dude, if you start running really fast, then you'll be fine. And Beavis like, no way, dude. So then Butthead pushes him out of the vehicle, you know, and Beavis tries to run really fast, and of course he gets into a topple and causes his 400 car pileup. It's like, dude, 400 cars, you know, that's crazy. And then of course Butthead jumps out of there too and causes more cars, and yeah, that's just crazy. When they're originally getting on the tour bus for Washington, D.C., Beavis is like, hey, Button, isn't Seattle in Washington? Yeah, I think so. After we're done with this, you want to go check out Hull? It's like, Oh my gosh, that is a direct reference to my home state, Seattle. Hole, Courtney Love, married to Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. Yeah, you know, that is awesome. And then when they were at the White House, they since they were meeting the chick at the White House to do her, they had like an intercom system and everything like that, and they went intercom for that chick, you know. So Butthead gets on there and he's like, with the chick with the big thingies, we're here now, and we're ready to do you. Oh my god, that is just funny. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty. Swearing in the movie, it's just minor, like ass, bastard, damn it. It's just not really too bad. Constant sex references in the movie may not be suitable for young audiences, so if your kids do watch it, supervise them. Make sure they cover their eyes and ears on inappropriate parts. Violence is mainly just fighting, Beavis and Butthead hitting each other, stuff like that, and then the guns with the CIA, FBI, whatever. Not really any drug references other than that doomsday virus. Nudity, minor, other than Beavis being in his underwear. Breast cleavages from that one chick that they were going to do. Topless chick statue. And Beavis, or Butthead's dad's butt as he farts on the fire. This movie here, I give a 4.5 out of 5. It is fantastic. If you have not seen this movie, you are missing out. You have to go buy it. That's what I'm going to say. Go buy this movie because you would enjoy it. So, until the next time, thank you guys for watching. I'm Secondhand Hunter. And as always, keep it heavy and keep the God. I'll catch you later.